Shalom, my friends. For thousands of years, Jewish wisdom survived wars, exile, hardship, and the rise and fall of empires. How? Not only through books, but through words. Simple words, passed from parents to children, from rabbis to students, from one generation to the next. Jewish proverbs are short, but powerful. Some are about money, some about discipline, some about human nature, and some reveal uncomfortable truths about life itself. Tonight, let us explore Jewish proverbs that can truly change the way you think, not only about success, but about being human. Most people think wisdom means speaking, but Jewish wisdom often teaches the opposite. Real intelligence begins with humility. A wise person can learn from the rich, the poor, the young, the old, even enemies. Why? Because every human being sees a part of reality you cannot see yourself. Pride blocks growth. Humility unlocks it. And perhaps this is why some people stop growing early in life. They stop listening. Modern society measures wealth through cars, houses, followers, luxury. But Jewish wisdom asks a deeper question. What remains after you are gone? Because eventually, money stays behind. But actions echo through generations. A person who helps others leaves invisible wealth behind. Respect, kindness, wisdom, legacy. And often, those things outlive money itself. One of the rarest skills today is silence. Everyone speaks, few listen. But Jewish teachings often value restraint because words are powerful. A single sentence can heal, destroy, inspire, or humiliate. Wise people understand timing. Not every battle needs response. Not every opinion deserves reaction. Sometimes silence protects peace, and psychologically, people who control their tongue often control their emotions better too. This ancient teaching carries balance. Take responsibility for yourself. Work hard. Protect your future. Build discipline. But never become selfish, because a life focused only on personal gain eventually becomes empty. Human beings need purpose beyond themselves. Community, family, responsibility, meaning. Success without humanity becomes loneliness. The Jewish tradition places enormous value on education. Why? Because education protects civilizations. A society that stops teaching eventually weakens. That is why many Jewish families historically treated books almost like treasure. Knowledge became survival. And even today, education remains one of the greatest investments a person can make. Skills create freedom. Wisdom creates direction. This proverb is deeply relevant today. Social media constantly shows luxury, status, attention, fame, and many people become jealous. But Jewish wisdom warns, do not envy success you do not fully understand, because appearances hide reality. Some wealthy people are miserable. Some famous people are broken. Some powerful people live in fear. Never judge a life only from the outside. Reputation, trust, integrity. Jewish teachings consider these more valuable than money itself. Because money can disappear quickly, but reputation follows a person everywhere. In business, trust creates opportunity. In relationships, trust creates stability. And once trust breaks, rebuilding it becomes difficult. That is why wise people protect character carefully. This may be one of the most powerful teachings of all. Modern society trains people to remain dissatisfied forever. More money, more status, more attention. But endless desire creates endless suffering. Contentment does not mean laziness. It means inner peace, the ability to appreciate life without constantly comparing yourself to others, because comparison steals joy. And many people spend their entire lives chasing happiness without ever learning gratitude. People remember authenticity, not perfection. In Jewish storytelling traditions, sincerity mattered deeply, because truth spoken honestly touches people more deeply than manipulation ever can. This is true in leadership, family, friendship, business, and faith. People trust honesty, even imperfect honesty. This teaching is profound. You may never fully fix the world. You may never achieve perfection, but you still have responsibility to try, to contribute, to improve yourself, to help where you can. This mindset creates purpose. Small actions matter, even when results are imperfect. So, my friends, what makes these proverbs powerful is not complexity. It is truth. Simple truths about human nature, discipline, money, ego, wisdom, and meaning. And perhaps that is why these teachings survived for thousands of years. Because human beings change very little. Technology changes, empires change, but the human heart remains remarkably similar. We still struggle with fear, greed, pride, envy, hope, and purpose. And wisdom helps guide us through all of it. Before we leave tonight, remember this: a wise life is not built in one moment. It is built through small choices repeated daily. The words you speak, the people you become, the habits you follow, the values you protect. That is how character is built. And character is the foundation of everything. Thank you for listening, my friends. Shalom.